Thanks for joining us here on Behind the Spotlight. I am Crystal Lampett, and I'm here with Secondhand King. Joe, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
All you guys, I'm excited to hear some of your newest songs. I first kind of want to talk to you about the genre, because you've described yourselves as doo-wop rap, and I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with that term.
Well, it's like if Eminem, if a kid listened to too much Eminem and Buddy Holly, that's the
Eminem and Buddy Holly
yeah,
kind of combined.
It's kind of cliche for a rapper to talk about Eminem, but you know.
Yeah, so you got a little bit of classic and a little bit of rap, and that has created Secondhand King.
Yeah.
All right, and we're going to start with songs off of your newest album, which is amazing. I think you guys are going to be in for a treat here. We're going to kick it off with Go So Wrong.
Thank you.
Take it away.
I don't know what I'm trying to be, baby. I don't know what I'm trying to be, baby. I don't know what I'm trying to be to you. Everybody tells me that fishing in the pond is so healthy, and it'll help me if you wealthy, and you can sell things to get me to the top of the ocean. Where am I going? Pants out to your waist. You got a made-for-TV movie, Disney actress, face on your boots, and Twilight taste. I think this won't be long. I know I'm wrong. How did it get this bad? Why did I get so sad? I don't know. When somebody doesn't live up to my dreams, stay. I don't wait. I say goodbye. Quicker than the thoughts leave my eyes. It's not your fault. It's all mine. It's just this lifelong phase I'm going through. It's not you. It's so wrong. Where do we go? So wrong. How do we go? So wrong. Where did it go? So wrong. How do we go? So wrong. I call you on the phone again, 'cause I don't like to pretend, and I'm happy when I'm unhappy. You answer on the phone, what are you looking at? I didn't realize this was a FaceTime, my bad. And I see tears in her eyes. Why do you cry? I feel like a jerk every time I say goodbye. I don't love you enough to lie, but I love you enough to try. But you hate me now. I was just trying to figure it all out, and hope I never see you again. I know we can't pretend for a minute. There's a little rosebud with a small thorn in it, but that's not where my heart is. I get so gosh darn heartless. How can anybody love somebody cold-blooded as me? It's so wrong. How do we go so wrong? Where do we go so wrong? How do we go so wrong? Where do we go so wrong? This lady, she's crazy, rolling up and down, looking all shady. This lady, she's crazy, she's rolling up and down, looking all shady. And I don't wanna die in my lonely room, in my lonely room, in my lonely room, in my lonely room. I think we should try something different, and then I try again, and then I go fishing in a new pond, new songs, new ways to hope and get along. Baby, I know I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. Baby, I know I'm wrong. How can someone love someone cold-blooded as me? It's so wrong.
And that was Go So Wrong by Secondhand King, and we're here with Joe. Thank you guys so much for, coming and being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I'm really into your sound, so tell me a little bit more. I know we talked a little bit about doo-wop rap, we talked a little bit about your influences. Have you always been into the old school artists?
I don't think I got really into just rap for high school.
Okay.
And then somebody showed me the song "The Duke of Earl" by Gene Chandler.
Duke of Earl.
Yeah.
Yes,
Duke,
that's a good.
Duke,
yeah, Duke of Earl.
That changed everything. That was
that song changed your life.
Yeah.
The Duke of Earl.
The Duke of Earl. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, I love that song.
What about it? Just that it was such a feel-good song with it's got that nice beat. It's very doo-wop.
Well, I felt like I feel like you could say anything in doo-wop and it sounds great. Like, it sounds happy. Like, you can say, like, my girlfriend left me, or like,
Yeah.
I got ran over by a train.
Yeah.
And if you put it to like a doo-wop song, you can, I got ran over by a train.
Yep. Sounding good, right?
You know?
Yeah, just add a little bit of a beat and
Yeah, there's
and
enough
some swing.
negativity in this world, you know? So that's kind of how I feel.
Do you think that's maybe part of a way to deal with that? You know, because there is a lot of difficult things that happen to you in life. You go through a lot. Is your music sort of one way that you use it as an outlet?
I would say definitely yes. You know, like, I think being sad in general and like owning up to your sadness and just like making a song that's like, I'm sad, you know, like, that's been done to death.
Yeah.
So if you put like a happy track behind it, it's completely different.
It's a way to turn a negative into a positive.
Yeah.
And you did mention, you know, I agree. I think there are some things that are overdone. What other things do you see in music that you're just kind of tired of? Like, are there genres, are there songs, are there styles that you're just like, okay, I'm over this. Like, this has been done too much.
I would say, you know, without sounding like an old man.
Yeah.
I do not understand the you know, like when you play like a rap song and there's like the you know, like the
okay.
Yeah, like you have to sit in the studio and make that. And I respect what anybody's doing. Yeah. But that I could
You're not
do
into
with that. No.
the guttural noises that just pop up into random rap songs. I would have to agree with you on that. All right. Well, we will be right back with more Secondhand King. Don't go anywhere. I never understood that.
Hearts, I destroy things before they start. My dreams love you, but
Welcome back to Behind the Spotlight. We were just kind of talking about the things that we're tired of seeing in music. So do you think that, I feel like your music and your goal is really quite a departure from the standard rap. How do you differentiate yourself from rap, pop?
I in general am just like a weird, like, I'm just me, you know, like, and that's as cliche as that is. I think I'm just weird that I can't do anything other than me. So, like, I kind of like just have to be, like, you know, I write songs, like I wrote a song about a robot hitman.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What inspired that one?
Nothing.
Like
I don't know.
Dream?
I think it was the movie Leon the Professional. Leolo is a completely different movie.
Okay. Stuck with you, and you're like, I got to write a song about this.
Yeah, like, I listen to a lot of Tom Waits, so we can blame Tom Waits.
There you go.
But just being weird.
It sounds like your sound, I mean, I do remember reading, you said something about one of your first memories being listening to rap music from your parents.
Yeah, when I was just came out of the you know,
out of the womb,
came into the world, came out of the earth. I came down from heaven, and
dropped you off, you know, at the doorstep. That's how that works.
We're in
right?
Kansas. I'm sorry. So I remember, like, my parents are like very, like, they're from Vermont and Iowa.
Okay.
And they came to Kansas City, and the first thing that they made for me when I came is a rap poem.
Huh. And
like, no, they can't really explain it. They don't really know why. And I think just ever since then has been like. So they performed like a rap poem to you as an infant. Yeah. And you remember this? First thing I heard. I don't know. I don't think so, but I think that's what like sparked this thing. So your parents like whispered into your little baby ears. Well, they wrote it down. They showed me, and they're like, "Hey, look, Joe, this is why you are the way you are." So that's an amazing first memory. I don't think I have any that early on. Well, I don't remember it, but they just told me that. So I like to. So whenever my dad's like, "Hey, get a real job," I just say, "Well, you did this to me." You're like, "This is your fault." Yeah. Yeah. You're like, you guys got me into this. What made you decide to go with music? Because it is a tough path. It's everybody else probably, I'm assuming, you know, is going to school, getting the job, getting married, having kids. You know,
what made you decide, okay, no, I can do music and I want to do music?
I think I just like, when I was 14, I just like knew it. I just knew.
Really?
Yeah, like it just like stuck with me. I was like, all right, I know I got to do something, so I'm gonna make music and I'm gonna make rap, and now it's turned into like doo-wop rap. So. Well,
and you mentioned too, because there is some, there is the cliche of like the white rapper.
Yeah, we don't really need to talk about that.
How did you move away from that?
That was a struggle for me for a really long time.
Yeah.
And like, there's no sad stories because everybody has, like, people have harder struggles than I do.
Right.
But I think for me, it was just like, all right, so this is my launching pad. How do I turn this into something that feels like me? Because I love rap. Rap is just like ingrained in me. Mm-hmm. So how do I make this feel like me? And like I'm kind of like a cheese ball, so doo-wop fits perfectly. Yeah.
So you had kind of both of the influences, it sounds like.
Yeah.
How did you get into? I know you like to listen to a lot of classic and a lot of jazz. How did you get into that? Because that's do you think you're an old soul? I guess.
I do, but I also hate that term.
You do? Why?
Because people you'll meet somebody and be like, oh, I'm an old soul. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Because I like new music.
Sure.
I listen to Tyga.
Tyga? Wait,
I'm
isn't
sorry.
that one of the Kardashians? Like.
That was, I don't actually listen to Tyga. Tyga? Is it Tyga or Tyga? Okay. I actually don't listen to him. I just wanted to relate to the young audience.
All you youngsters out there.
I'm very aware.
There is something that, I think a lot of that has gotten lost. I think a lot of doo-wop has gotten lost, a lot of jazz. We live in Kansas City, which
absolutely
has a huge, history of roots in jazz, but a lot of young people aren't into that. So why do you think, for you, it became this calling?
I think jazz in general, like, it just made me feel like there's just something about
Mm-hmm.
and like you walk into Green Lady Lounge and it's just, oh, it's amazing. And it looks like a Twin Peaks set, or, I don't know.
Kinda, yeah. Love Green Lady. Yeah.
There's just a feeling that comes with jazz that I just, I don't know. It changed. Again, I had the same sort of, doo-wop feeling.
Yeah.
When I, really got into jazz. So, Chet Baker, mm-hmm. He, just amazing.
Spoke to you.
Yeah.
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 It sounds like a lot of this has been a journey. I think every artist goes through this process of okay, where do I belong? Tell me a little bit more about Frankie, because I know this is sort of your latest album. You said that there's a story there. There is, the ups and downs of a relationship. And tell me a little bit more about that, how you were kind of trying to understand love, trying to understand where you belong. Tell us about the inspiration behind that.
So Frankie originally was going to be a big doo-wop Broadway opera.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I initially saw it as. And I was dating a young lady, and things got serious, and then they didn't. And then I think just experiencing all that in the midst of that, turned Frankie into this Frankie is now it's trying to come to terms with, without giving it away, childhood, and trying to just have fun again, I think, because before this I had sort of a really dark and dreary sort of side project that I released, mm-hmm. and I think Frankie was all right, so you want to make doo-wop, you want to find the joy in these sad moments, because life is crazy and sad and all these things. And I think Frankie is embracing just the human experience in so many terms.
I think a big part of what I'm hearing too is acceptance.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
That's what a lot of life is sometimes you're just getting thrown all these curveballs, and it's well, there isn't a whole lot I can do about this except embrace it and accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a common human experience, I think, absolutely.
Yes.
I love.
That's right on the dot.
I like
Perfect.
it. Is Frankie a person or a persona? Tell me about the name of the album.
I like to write like concept albums.
Okay.
The album I released before this one was called Before the Bomb Drops, which is an album about the world ending due to a war that's gone on too like eagerly. Like it's the end of the world sort of thing, which feels real, you know?
It can, yeah. kind of apocalyptic a little bit.
Apocalyptic, yeah. And I think I just, like, Frankie is like this, I feel more comfortable like being not me, which is a weird thing that I need to get figured out probably.
We don't have time to like totally delve into that.
So Crystal, can you just Oh,
that's okay. It'll be fine. Can we still hear him? Is he good? Tell me a little bit about
this is unplugged.
Your arm here. I noticed that you wrote a dreamer in Sharpie.
When I first started performing to like nobody at like Riot Room and all these venues, I used to I had this like routine that I did, and one of the things I would do is write just a word. Huh. And I can't commit to a tattoo, so.
I can relate to that. It's kind of hard to pick one thing. How do you decide on the word?
It just comes to me. I don't think at all. No thinking is involved. In pretty much anything I do. So
is this a?
Oh, this is full service here.
Getting really friendly right here. You needed that. We just wanted to make sure you had your pack.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me, I'm always interested in
This is the web exclusive, so we can go beyond PG, right?
No, it's not. This is going to be on TV.
Oh,
We're all
going
to see the other Joe. That was our one of our guys here, Joe. So there's Joe, and he was just kind of putting your pack back on.
My guitarist is named Joe as well.
So many Joes in the house tonight.
Yeah, it's a really average
Average Joe. Okay, just quickly, the word. Tell me a little bit more about the process. You meditate on it, you don't think about it. Do you do it before a show? Do you do it every day?
I watched the 1996 Chicago Bulls entrance, Game 6.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God, okay.
Every time I watch Michael Jordan enter because when I was a kid, I used to, like when I would watch those finals games with Michael Jordan coming out, I got these like goosebumps.
Like tingles, yeah.
And it's like, that's what I want. I knew in a moment, like that's what I wanted in life.
So you want to encapsulate that feeling and then a word comes to you.
Yeah.
And then you write it down.
I just write.
I like this. Maybe I'll have to.
You should.
Try this.
Or you go on air,
like a
just
word
write.
of the day. Yeah, this is my inspiration for today. I like it. Well, thank you so much, Joe. We have more coming up after this. Don't go anywhere.
And there she was. I had no idea that I was looking for love.
Welcome back to Behind the Spotlight. We're here with Secondhand King, and we've got one more song for you. It is called There She Was. Now, is this a love song?
It is.
What makes me think so?
It is absolutely a love
About
song.
anyone in particular?
Yeah. I mean, when you listen to the album, you will. It's kind of a love story. Oh. So there's the ups and downs of the
roller coaster ride that is every love story.
Yeah.
I got that.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Take it away.
Thank you.
Don't get it, where have I been? I don't know you, how does this end? I used to think love was so impossible. I felt every single one of my obstacles, and I was so depressed. I wondered if it was everything. I was such a mess. My anxiety took it out on my car when I hit a bump, and I just took it too far. You came in like a brand new dream. Tattoos and scars, but what do they mean? I didn't know I liked sushi so much. I didn't know a kiss could give me this rush. I didn't know I didn't mind paying a tab. I didn't was. I had no idea that I was looking for love, and I'm not sure if I could handle you breaking my heart, baby. Ooh, there she was. I thought about you all the time. You're always on my mind. Life is a short forever, and I know you make mine better. Haven't eaten 3-4 meals in 2 months. What the? I can't tell. This is chance of luck. I don't care. I like the way you wear your hair. I like the way your eyes examine mine because you care. I like the way you took the crown and went around town, cause you know what you found, baby. Cool it, I'm foolish cause I knew it the minute you walked in the room and outdrew it. I pursue it like a nuisance. I feel so useless till you say you feel the same way too. It's incredible, I wish I could have it forever, but life ain't that way. It's better